Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Sponsored by Ghostalware. And now, it's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
And we are recording. The live has come up in the corner. So guys, welcome to Dads, Lads and Kebabs. It's been a while, and it's been so long. Niall has vanished. He's turned into dust, to vapor. I have no idea where Niall is. But this is Christmas week, and we have to talk about the male species at Christmas time. It's a time for families, but it's also a time when I believe men struggle the most throughout the year. So I have Mr. 18 and Mr. 50 in the studio with me. Yes, TV superstar, spiritual medium, Ryan Griffiths. Where is he?
Hey, what an intro, guys. What an intro. But first off, a massive shout out to everybody watching. A Merry Christmas. Stay all safe. I hope you get all the presents that you want, and I hope you pestered your parents or whatever the case may be, your other half, your partners, and you all have a rejoicing, amazing, loving time.
Well said. What he said, yeah. From me as well.
I look a bit space cadet-y because it's been a while since we last filmed anything. That I can't even get the camera right. What's going on? You know.
I know. It took me 2 attempts to set this up on my laptop. I had to restart the whole thing and set up. The microphone wasn't working. The headphones weren't. There was no sound. Couldn't get nothing.
Nightmare.
So it's been that long since I filmed this podcast.
Thank you for letting me come on again.
That's all right, mate. I just thought, with it being Christmas week, we have 4 days to go until Christmas. So hopefully this will be out tomorrow. So the 22nd. So 3 days to go when this is released.
Yeah.
And I think it's an important time for definitely the male species, with all the pressures that men have to go through. Obviously, women have pressures as well.
Sure.
But I think that men, it's sort of skipped over, as it were, for men. It's like, they have to get on with it.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I think we carry that though with us. I'm going to be a bit controversial and say that yes, you're absolutely right. As men, we do suffer. We all suffer. But the emphasis is on, in no disrespect and not in any way, shape or form sexist. It's all been about the women being domestic abuse and all these other different things that are going on. You don't hear a lot from men. However, we do. I think there is a lot of things out there, a lot of help groups, a lot of phone numbers and different things that we can look at to get that help. However, it's not publicised as much as what it should be.
No, especially this time of year, you see a lot of posts on social media about men's mental health. I've seen a few this week actually. A fellow gooner on Twitter. I'm just gonna shout him out. Oh, is that Ryan wiggling there?
Yeah, my dogs have managed to make it into the living room. Mental.
Hey. So we have Ray on Twitter. His handle is RayMHM on Twitter. He's a big
up Ray.
gooner. Yeah, massive gooner. And he does this regular thing every month, I believe. It's on Twitter Spaces. So just the voice part of Twitter. And it's this Thursday, so it will be tonight when this comes out.
So watch this. Or
8:45. Wait, what's this Thursday? What's the date? 22nd. Thursday, 22nd, 8:45 on Twitter. Go follow him, Ray MHN. So he's a very big advocate for men's mental health, and he has been for quite a while actually. And I saw his stuff popping up on Twitter, and I chat to him now and again, and I think it's important for us men, us folks, that we need to stick together. And,
definitely. And I think I see a lot of things over different social media like TikTok, Facebook, especially TikTok at the moment, because that's where I've been sort of focusing a lot of my energy at the minute. But I've seen a lot of like helpful groups and helpful people that'll sort of, if you have an issue, you can go to them. But my biggest bugbear, and I don't want to be the party pooper, but are they really there to help, or are they just jumping on the bandwagon to get their views? Do you know what I mean? And I hate to be negative, but what I've noticed is I saw people, and I speak firsthand, and I'll touch on that in a little while, but I've seen a lot of people offering their help and offering this, but when it comes down to it, and it's the old saying, when it comes down to it, you know who your true friends are when you end up down in the gutter. Only be grateful of those friends, because there's some people that don't have them, therefore can do such horrendous things like take their own life and different things like that, you know.
Yeah, very much so. I've sort of been going through that the last month, to be fair, with people I thought were friends, and it turns out, for whatever reason, maybe it was just an act over the years. I don't know. Maybe it was friendship, and they just decided to go another way. So obviously, I'm not going to publicly talk about that. I think you sort of know what I'm on about. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, very shocked. Definitely. From the situation that I'm going through, very surprised. But
I think, I think just to echo what you're saying there, I've been there myself as well. Many people have. The one thing that I'm in philosopher mode tonight. One thing I have noticed though is like when you're a child and you go to like nursery or primary school or high school or secondary school if you're in Scotland or whatever, you'll meet certain friends. Then when you leave that school or you leave that area, you leave that street, you never ever speak to them again. You might bump into them 20 years later, but that's it. But the thing that we do, and it's the biggest mistake that we make as adults, is we forget about that. So when we make our friends now, we latch onto them and we cling to them, and we that's our support network, and these are the people we're going to get old with. And then 5-10 minutes later, or 5-10 years later, sorry, they're gone. Not saying they're passed away, but what I mean is, you know, they've gone into another direction in their life.
They've made their own decisions for whatever.
But then we latch onto the feelings of that.
Yeah.
You know, and how that makes us feel. And it's perfectly natural, but why don't we adopt the same that we did when we were a child and just move on and get on with it? Do I sound like a hard ass today?
No, it's very true, because obviously they say when you're young you have lots of friends and everyone's your friend, and you know, but then you get older, and if you've got lots of friends when you're old, then majority of them are going to be fake, because
yes,
especially for men anyway, I don't have many friends that are actual, you know, proper friends that I can rely on.
Big time.
So the circle is very small for a man, I believe.
My circle doesn't get any smaller. I mean, literally, my circle does not get any smaller. What did I say to you, Mickey? Just to back up and give an example of what you just said there, and what we've been talking about is, what did I say to you when the idea of this, me coming on the show, the first thing I said to you was, Mickey, I think you're the first person that's, you know, asked if I was all right. If, like, you know, because I was taken aback by it. You said to me, you know, if you need to chat, I'm always here. And that is little the time as that took you to say those things, that meant the world to me, because nobody said that. Nobody has said to me, are you okay, mate?
Sad as it sounds, I've not seen you on social media for 3-4 weeks, apart from when you went to Shetland Isles. You put some pictures up.
Excuse me. Listen, I don't know how
farting.
she's managed it, but she's managed to let the dogs come through. Keep this in, because this is quality. Before I says, right, Sally, take the dogs, you know, keep the room quiet while we have a chat. And within 30 seconds, the dogs are in growling and pissing about on the floor. But let them go, mate.
Yeah, they can get involved, you know. Bring them
yeah,
on the show,
man.
why not?
I'll show them on later.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Put it in the
Yeah,
fuck it
so
bucket.
fuck it pocket, yeah. So like I was saying, I hadn't seen you for about 3-4 weeks, and you just think it's weird because we, as adults now in society, we don't we can ring people and say, oh, you're right, mate, or whatever.
Yeah.
But we don't do that. What we do is we check on, oh, they put a picture up. They went shopping the other day. They're buying stuff in Tesco or whatever. They're fine. And that's how the modern day person checks up on their friends, people that they follow and speak to. They don't actually
Take a like on a
contact
post.
them direct. Yeah, they look at what they're doing on Facebook or Instagram. Or they've been to the Christmas market. They put pictures up. Doesn't mean to say they're okay. They might be forced to go there from family. It's an obligation. They have to go through work. You don't know the true story or the true emotions that are involved in that.
And that's across the board, and it's a good link up to the Christmas theme. Sorry, my voice went there. The Christmas theme is you always look at keeping up with the Joneses, isn't it? You look out your window, you see a Mercedes drive past, you want one, or you see a BMW, you want one, or whatever. It's irrelevant, but you want it because somebody else has got it. But that doesn't buy happiness. I guarantee you, if you're watching this thinking, for years been planning, I'd love to be driving a fast car, I'd love to be in a big mansion house or whatever the case may be. See the people that are, folks, if you're watching this, 9 times out of 10, those people got it on HP, which you can get to. It's called a credit rating, credit file. As long as you look after it, you can get those things. Do you know what I mean? So don't let materialism sway you from understanding who the individual is, because everybody has their problems.
Very much so. I bet most of the people nowadays have these nice cars and all this, everything, all their Christmas presents are on HP, on credit cards. They've borrowed money from family just so that they can take the photo of all the presents under the Christmas tree and put it on Facebook.
Well, no joke. If you follow me on social media, I know you do, Mikey, but for those that follow me on social media, behind me here is where I usually put my Christmas tree. What's not there? A Christmas tree.
Yeah.
There is no lights. There's no flashy lights. There's no decorations up in my house whatsoever. Now, you could be turning around and saying, well, why is that? That's because if you said to me, you're talking about presents under a tree and different things like that. If you said to me, what's your plans? Nothing. I have nothing for Christmas. I've given everything for my daughter. Now, I'm not saying that to rack up loads of views, although that'd be nice on this video, of course. I'm not saying that for sympathy either. I'm saying that because I'm a realist. I lost my job. We spoke about that before on one of the other shows, where I was working in an ambulance. I was no longer doing that. I then became a full-time carer for my wife. I'm still touring the UK. I still go out with yourself. I still film for TV. I still do all that as and when I can. But as you also touched on, I made a trip to the Shetlands for a very, very dear family friend who was like a mother to me. She passed away. And that absolutely rocked my bank account because, you know, no joke, just to get the ferry up there, you're talking a good couple £100. Never mind your food, your coffees, your coconut flat whites, you know, all these sort of things. So I don't say that with sadness. I say that because I'm a realist. So I look at what money I do have and saying, right, that has to go to where it needs to go, which is my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shit life, but it's ups and downs.
Yeah, it's just how you look at it, really. I think this Christmas is totally different. I've not watched one Christmas film this year.
Mm-hmm.
My personal situation has changed this year. Hopefully next year it will be a different situation. But at present, this year, I am, you know, not in the Christmas mood. I know I have a small Christmas tree there, but it's only because I can start selling products on TikTok. And I wanted the Christmas tree lights, and they look pretty cool. So I ordered some, and I thought I've got nowhere to put them. So I had to buy an Amazon £14 Christmas tree. But it's
I like it in the background there. It looks quite cool.
I've got the remote. I can change the light.
Oh, look at it! See, this is what we're talking about, folks. Now I'm going to have to go and find myself one of them.
That's so good. So yeah.
If you want one of Mickey's trees or a link to where Mickey got the tree, drop a comment. I'm sure he'll get back to you.
Go on TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, go on TikTok. But yeah, mental health. It is a troubling time and a troubling subject, and for the two to come together is an absolute nightmare for the individual who's suffering it or the families. Because look, I mean, obviously everyone knows about the fuel price hikes and stuff like that. You know, that's absolutely crippling. Absolutely crippling. Someone said to me the other day they switched it on and there was a tenner gone, like, you know, like in the morning. I don't know how they did that, but you know, imagine showers and what have you. But that's ridiculous. That's taking money out of their Christmas funds if they were to have one. If I'm making any sort of sense.
Yeah, I did. I saw a post the other day on Facebook. Now it's Facebook. It might be real, it might not. Of all the different countries, Greece, France, Germany, Spain, Portugal, Poland, the prices, a lot of them are capped. They're around $600 a year, yeah, for fuel. Now it could be gas and electric. I don't know. It might just be gas. I'm not sure. And then it had the UK above it, and it was like £6,000, and it's like, or $6,000, and it's like, how can every government in Europe cap their energy bills for their people, and not the UK, not our government, not the Tories?
It's ridiculous.
We've all got ideas about the Tories and what they do. They only help their rich friends, blah blah blah. On this situation, I would say, yeah, it's probably true. How the government can control how much energy companies charge people.
Yes, of course they can. The government can control whatever they want to control with,
exactly.
Within reason.
They can put a cap on it. They can put a limit on it. And the fact that they're not, I just think is criminal. And that, in theory, will get rid of the Tories at the next general election, because there's absolutely no way anybody is going to vote for them when everybody has this. All the pubs will close from energy bills. Some of the pubs, they said they're only going to be open a certain amount of time over Christmas because they can't afford to stay open all day.
Some are closing.
Exactly, pubs are closing. If that happens, then they'll lose the staff. They'll be looking for new jobs. You'll get the shops, hospitality, they will all close. Restaurants, coffee shops probably stay open, but majority of entertainment places will close. Cinemas. How long before cinemas go?
Well, that's it. But then,
yeah, and the fact that the government are then not going to get any money from tax, from VAT, or national insurance or whatever, from our wages, because they won't be working, and therefore they'll claim benefit, and then the government is fucked.
See, do you know something? People turn around and say about benefits. I'm going to jump in there because I'm massively passionate about it. And I do apologise for interrupting you there, Mickey. But
it's all right, mate.
I just feel I'm so passionate about the whole system of the benefits at the minute in the UK, never mind just England. Because I've heard of similarities in Ireland. I've heard the similarities in Scotland. And my homeland is Shetland. It is absolutely ridiculous. But benefits. So before I was on benefits, I was in a full-time job. I was doing really well. I had a decent bit of money coming in. Obviously lost that job. Then I had become a full-time carer. Now, there's this preconception, a misconception, I should say, that people on benefits, they get whatever they want when they want. They don't have to do anything. Absolute bollocks. Absolute bollocks. And if you're one of those people watching this now, I'll put my head above the parapet and say you're talking shite, because I come on to benefits and I get like 60 quid a week. 60 quid a week to live off of, because I choose to do the right thing, that husband, as the marriage certificate, as the constitution, as whatever way you want to look at it, says I should do through sickness and health. But I do that and I seem to be getting punished for it. It's fucking wrong, man.
So do you get... Oh, sorry. Fucking hell. Sorry.
Do I get the burps?
Merry Christmas. So you don't have to answer this. This might be too personal. I don't know. So you say you get £60 a week. What is that? Is that benefits to look after Sally? There must be something else for that.
So
Right.
that 60 quid a week is carer's allowance.
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
So
a bit shit,
that's
isn't it?
paid to me because that's basically I supposed to put in 35 hours a week looking after Sally, but they know on the forms and they know on the details that it's obviously 24 hours a day. However,
Right.
they'll pay you fucking hell. They'll pay you 35 hours a week at 60 quid.
Right. That's dog shit, isn't it?
That's worse than dog shit.
That's like diarrhea dog shit. That is. That's like
That's
running
like
in
diarrhea
your toes.
dog shit after sharing Mickey's homemade nachos.
Yeah, my nachos are good.
I'm sure. But it really annoys me. Excuse me, we got the burps,
COVID.
the coughs, COVID. But it really annoys me because people go around saying that we just take. We don't. And the other benefits that we get, for argument's sake, I think is £1,300 a month, or in and around that, which covers your rent and which covers your food, your bills, your cars, your phones, your whatever it is you want to pay for. So, but if you look at that and you took my rent out of that, for instance, there's, let's just say £500, they're gone of that 1,300, and then that 1,300. There's three people. There's me, my wife, and my daughter. You know, we can survive on it. The argument is, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm surviving.
It must be. Yeah, especially with the energy prices, like you say, you got fuel to add to that for your car to get around. You've got the heat, especially this time of year. It won't be so bad in the summer. You won't have the heating on, but
there's we look at the car. If I'm ranting on a bit, Mickey, pull the reins in if
fine.
you want.
I know quite a lot of the whole system in care because obviously I work in care, so I know what people get funded for and what sort of things they take into consideration.
And I do that too, but in a different parallel, if you want.
Home care.
A home, yes.
Mine's business care, so it's it's probably the same sort of ballpark, but obviously different.
Yeah, very different in that aspect. Yeah. They're very different activities and tasks, but the thing is it's just a fucking joke. It's like people turn around and say to me, well, they might say, well, get rid of the car then, sell the car. Okay, how's that going to help me? If I sold the car, how can I get an immobile wife transported to appointments?
Yeah. Definitely use taxi, and that's a rip-off.
Yeah, I'll use taxi. It'll cost me more money. I'll get a bus. It'll cost me more money. You can say, well, it doesn't. Well, for that one run a week, it does.
Yeah.
You know, the doctor's is like, what, 400 yards away from my main road, and the main road's about 100 yards from me. So in total, about 600 yards of doctors. But I get a bus. If I get a bus, that's costing me a fare. That's cost me 2 fares. But if I take the car for a little bit of fuel that it's using,
yeah, it works out better, I suppose. Yeah, so that's that one fucked off. You know, there are preconceptions about people on benefits, and obviously depending on the reasons, there is. I've been one to moan about people on benefits in the past, but not for like people that are injured or need care. It's more of people that I believe don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to go into that on here because it'll be a fucking head fuck.
No.
But
I'll just put my feet up and play darts.
Yeah, you can probably sort of get the benefit people that I'm probably talking about. But, you know,
there's users and abusers.
Difficult. Yeah, they are. And the people that just use it, they get stuff to happen to them just so they can have benefits.
Yeah.
And then there's people that possibly shouldn't even be here that get benefits. They get houses. They get free cars. And
I'll say it for you. You get paedophiles and drug addicts and people like that are, I mean, the drug addicts is a touchy one because someone will say, well, personal circumstances would led them to taking drugs and stuff. Yeah. I believe I have a massive argument there and say, well, yes, I get that, but at which point do we interject and say that personal responsibility comes into play a little bit? But I get it. So there's that. But there'll always be people that'll take advantage.
Yeah, and I suppose if you're in that situation, then why the fuck wouldn't you? If I'm at work and someone says, "Oh, if you go sit in your car for 2 hours and we'll pay you 6 hours pay, but you might get caught, but you might not,"
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking do it if you can. If the
Yeah.
opportunity arises, you shouldn't do it, and morally you shouldn't do it. But there is that opportunity where, well, if I can get anything for free, and it's not that much effort, I'm gonna try it.
That's right. We're all
And
human.
exactly, unfortunately, we are made that way.
I think it's all about the equal balance. It's like if you've got a big, lovely gateau in front of you and you love a gateau, don't take the biggest slice in the world, man, because you're just not going to eat it or you make yourself sick.
Exactly.
You just take a decent size, average piece, just right, just perfect. That goes across life, across the board. But sadly, of course, at this time of year, it's not just you're not just got benefits, bills, and stuff like that. It's the food. The biggest thing of Christmas that we have is the Christmas meal. That day that you wake up and you go, it's time to be a fat bastard.
Do you know what I saw yesterday? I'm talking about Facebook a lot. There's a lot of fucking memes at Facebook at the moment. It said, I'm going to go and buy enough food for 30 or 40 days just because the shops are closed for 12 hours.
Yes.
And that's fucking true. Do you really need a trifle, a cheesecake, a fucking strudel, cheese board, all that for one fucking meal?
No, I know.
And that's just desserts. And then you've got the 12 to 15 pieces of the Christmas dinner. I mean, you're not going to... I'm responsible for that because when I used to cook Christmas dinner, I used to have like 20 different bits to go with the meal.
I cook a normal meal and I cook for an army. Sally hates me cooking because I cook too much.
But then again, I think the other year I had Christmas dinner at work, I think 4 or 5 days after Christmas Day. So I got my most out of it, But yeah, the price of food at the moment is shocking. You can see it. If you buy the same things every week, every time you go back, that price has gone up. It's only about 5, 6, 7p a week at the moment.
So
and obviously with the price of fuel, but that's dropped quite a lot lately. So they can't really blame the fuel anymore.
Yeah. I mean, someone said to me the other day, or I seen a post, sorry, where it said that the lighter, so they were a smoker, they got to buy a clipper lighter, and this clipper lighter had usually cost them £1. It was now costing them £1.60. It's like, what? And that's like almost jumped overnight. But there's been many cases like this. Now, I have a theory. I don't know if it is going to work, but, and I'm by no means an intelligent man or anything like that, but I have a theory.
Right.
50 years ago, when he did the big massive jump in wages and stuff like that, at that point we were all earning like, was it 15, 20 quid a week or something like that, daft. Well, in the 70s and 80s, I mean, back in the 70s and 80s, you were earning silly money, right? Or what we class as silly money now. Then there was this big jump in wages. So suddenly it went from, like, for argument's sake, £2.50, £3 an hour. It's then shot up to £4 or £5, and it does that every now and again. So what I think is happening now is I think what they're doing it the cheeky way. They're raising all the prices, and then once everything's hiked up and we're struggling, then they'll up the national minimum wage and different things like that to keep up with it. But by that point, we'll all be in so much debt that it won't make a difference.
That's what they want. They want us in debt.
Of course it is.
I mean, the egg shortage at the moment in shops. You can't buy a fucking egg unless you want to buy a fucking Dutchy fucking super egg that you only get 6. It's like £4 a box. So fuck off. TikTok now. I saw some egg farmer videos.
Yes, me too.
This bloke, and he was saying like, It was behind him was all these crates of eggs just waiting to go to the supermarket. And he said, "We are not the problem. It's the supermarkets. The supermarkets like Tesco, etc. They've put the prices up like 80p to a pound per box, but they haven't put the increase on how
On
much
them.
they pay to the farmers for the eggs. So obviously the farmer is thinking, oh, you just put that up a pound. I want at least probably 40p of that increase for myself, because obviously feed for the chickens has gone up, the fuel, obviously for the petrol and the diesel for the chicken tractors or whatever they fucking do.
I saw the same
Supply.
thing. It's absolutely crazy.
And obviously the supermarkets, they're not giving the money, the increase to the farmers, so therefore they're thinking, fuck you, you're not getting
But
nothing.
have we heard that story before? We're talking about the government and the people.
Yeah.
It's the same philosophy that Tesco's or whoever, or sorry, supermarkets, I should say, not Tesco's. That was a mistake.
All of them.
One of them. That was just an example.
I shop in
Wait,
Tesco,
that's not
that's
made
why I
any
use
better.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's the same thing that supermarkets are using with eggs is what the government is using against the people. You know, it's hike the prices up and just leave them to survive. Just leave them to get on with it. Yeah. But a country in debt is a country controlled.
Oh yeah, COVID's gone. What else was the next fear after COVID? It was petrol prices. Everyone was panicking that they shot that petrol up. No one was going anywhere, and when they did go, they were fighting. They would run out of diesel. They run out of petrol. Again, control. You know. Then that went down. What's next? Oh yeah, gas, electric prices. Oh, we can't do nothing, so we'll just leave it and let you lot fight about it. You know?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like, and it'll be something else next. Somebody said, is there not a big outbreak again in China somewhere?
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on lockdown, I believe. I may
Is
be
it?
wrong, but
Well,
yeah,
I'm a wee bit.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, I'm a bit at the loop
Factually
because
correct.
I've not been keeping up with the news and stuff like
No,
that.
nor
So
have I. I don't watch the news, but I saw it online somewhere.
yeah, but I saw a brief glimpse of it. I thought, hey, what's going on there? Don't start that again, man. Like, you know.
But it will be guaranteed when the energy thing is gone in like springtime, when you don't need your heating on as much, hardly at all. There'll be something else that the government will use to
Yes,
scare us,
I
because
agree.
that's what they do, and we're stupid enough to fucking believe it. Now, I don't watch the news. The BBC, ITV, Sky News, they're all corrupt in England. They're controlled
Oh,
by the
big time.
government. You are told what you need to hear.
These are the people that covered up Jimmy Savile for so long.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
When the people that work in the BBC, they sneak children in, take them back to Jimmy's his room.
It's true. It's
Apparently,
fact.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I'm not factually correct. It's my opinion. You know, don't sue me, BBC, but you're all fucking corrupt. Cancel your TV license.
It's hey, listen. If the guy's knocking my door now asking for a TV license, he could knock all he likes. He ain't getting nothing. Why should I pay for one channel? Or well, not one channel, but obviously the privilege of your BBC Threes and all that bollocks. Like, I don't want it.
What's that shit?
Who wants to watch? Who wants to watch a load of flubber dubbers, thinking and made in Chelsea, thinking that they're really that they're really cool and that's the way of life? I'm not interested. See you later.
I think in 5 years, definitely 10, there won't be TV channels. They will be like Sky Sports will be something else. It will be a streaming service.
There will be streaming god. Somebody like that'll come along and just monopolize the whole thing, like an Elon Musk thing or something.
Yeah.
Just
like Rupert Murdoch did with Sky.
There we go.
Somebody will do it. They'll buy Disney. They'll buy Netflix. They'll buy Amazon. They'll buy
one
Paramount
streaming provider.
Plus, Discovery Plus. They'll buy them all, and they'll all be on something else, because you're not going to have TV. Who watches TV?
No, sir.
I only ever watch Sky Sports.
But you'll also what you do watch. You'll watch at your own leisure. So therefore, it's all pre-recorded and different things.
Catch up or whatever. Yeah. So I watch Netflix, Prime, YouTube, mainly YouTube. To be fair. Unless I'm watching a series on Netflix.
Which is a free broadcasting provider.
YouTube, yeah. Probably the best streaming service in the world. Has to be. We can't
So
beat YouTube, but yeah.
what I wanted to touch on as well, the different things that linked in with Christmas and mental health and men and different things like
Yeah,
that
we
is,
got a bit sidetracked, didn't we?
well, actually, this links it all in.
Okay, right.
This
I'll
is
follow
sort
your
of
lead.
saying that why in this day and age. So if we look back to the Victorian times and we've read books, we've seen films, we've seen documentaries, what have you, they had nothing to do. There was nothing unless it was manual labour or manual work, or maybe I don't know. Did they play cards or stuff back then? I don't know, but there wouldn't have been a lot of things to do. What I'm trying to say is, back then, men in mental health and women in mental health, people in mental health, um, I can understand that because there's not a lot around. We're in a society in an age where we don't want for nothing. So why are there so many fucking people wanting? Now I mean that. Defensively rather than being aggressive with that, and by saying, you know what I mean. Why am I having to bury my best friend? Well, not my best friend. Well, he's my best friend's brother, but anyway, why am I putting him to rest just a couple of weeks ago because he took his own life? Or there's many people like it. I imagine you've touched, made a footprint in people's lives that have done the same thing, or know people that have. Why are these people still wanting for things in their life in the day and age that we live in? Mickey, you spoke about it earlier. You said about picking up that call, or just checking in because you hadn't seen me for a couple of weeks, and different things like that.
Yeah.
Why are you not doing that? If you're watching this, why are you not doing it? Give me a good enough reason in the comments why you're not checking in on your friends and family, and I'll be
Don't
watching.
go. Don't go on Facebook. Fucking pick up the phone. Send them a text message. WhatsApp. You don't have to show that you're publicly asking them, "Oh, you're right, mate." You don't need everybody, all your 757 friends on Facebook, to see that you've put a post on their wall. "Oh, you're right, mate." No, you don't. You can just do it off social media. Do it behind closed doors. Give them a phone call. Give them a text. Give them a WhatsApp message, a voice note, whatever. It's
See,
not difficult.
100%, it is not difficult, and we're not. I'm not coming here, and we're not spoke with Mickey prior to this to throw it out there and attack the whole. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? But it's reality. I've enough sugarcoating bollocks, and Mickey, tell me off if I'm swearing too much, but enough
You're
of it,
fucked.
man. If you can't read between the lines when people are sugarcoating it for you, then I'll tell you it hardcore style. Stop being self-righteous idiots and getting on that phone and stop thinking about just you and about how you're feeling and about what you've got. Oh, you've got a nice hot dinner, a nice hot bed, and nice electricity on your meter and stuff. You've got loads of family coming around for Christmas. Never mind Doris that's across the road. You know that same Doris that chuck you a tenner every now and again when you're skint. That same Doris that always says hello to you every time you walk out your door. And that same fucking Doris who's lost half a dozen of her family members in the 60 years that she's lived across the road from you. In fact, she was there before you were there. Go check on old Doris. Stop being a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, especially this time of year, you see people rushing in the shops. There, you can't fucking park anywhere. Everybody's just cramming in shops, putting there all the food, all the presents that they don't particularly need on the credit card, on credit, that they're going to struggle in January. I was out Christmas shopping the other day, and I saw a homeless man. Well, I presume he was homeless. He was outside Boots. And he had a dog there in a little bed, and he was selling the big issue. He was like a proper seller. He had all that, the high vis and all that. And I gave him £3. I'd walked past him twice, and I thought, shall I give him money or not? Like, how do I give him money? Do I buy him food or anything like that? And I thought, no. I went in a couple of shops, and I just walked past. I thought, fuck it. So I just gave him. I gave him £3. I said, "Yeah, mate." He goes, "Oh, do you want the book?" I said, No, it's fine. You keep the book. I said, sell it to somebody else. Just wanted to give you the money. And I walked off, I didn't film it. Although some people do film it, and I don't have a problem with people buying stuff for homeless people and filming it, because I'd rather see that than negative shit. Whether for whatever reason you're filming it, it may be to make yourself look good, which is fair enough. You're still doing the act, you know. Whether
Yeah.
look at me, I gave a homeless person a burger. You still did that act. That's still a positive. That's still good for that man. But you know, I don't really see a problem. It is sometimes it's a bit cuntish, but I don't.
Yeah, there's some situations where I've seen people filming different things for that, and I've just thought, if only that were for real, or if only. Sorry, some situations it is actually fake, but the situations where it's real, it's just sometimes you watch their videos and you think, guys, man,
Yeah.
I've seen 1,000 faces, and I can sure as chips see in your face that you've done it for the views.
No.
Like I
So
was
that.
mad. I mad with Sally once because I finished some work, got to McDonald's as a treat, pulled up at McDonald's. I spots this guy's raiding the bin. So we went into McDonald's, we got our food, and as we were just ordering the food, I ordered a Coke, a cheeseburger, and some fries. And that was it, just plain and simple. I said, can you put that in the bag separate? And Sally's looking at me going, what's that for? So I got it. Anyway, went round to the car park. I said, wait here a second. I run over. I left my phone in the car and I went over and I stood speaking to him. And he was getting like, and I'm sure there's thousands of people. Christ, it actually gets me really angry just thinking about it. But it'd be thousands of people that were doing what he was doing. And that was like putting like paper bags inside his top, paper bags inside his trousers so that he keep it insulate and keep the heat. I thought he was looking for food, but as it turns out, he'd had some food, but he was also obviously grateful of the extras. Anyway, as I was doing that, I come back to the car and that Sally had taken a couple of pictures. Now, I was a wee bit annoyed. She put them on Facebook and she sort of said, look, I'm proud of my husband. I didn't know. Like, she just put it up there. And I thought, well, I get what she's doing, but I know 110% there'll be a million naysayers out there going, yeah, he's clearly not done that to help the guy. Like, he's obviously done that for views or whatever. Now, that did rack up quite a lot of likes and shares and different things, but and comments, but it wasn't done in my profile and it wasn't intended, and that annoyed me. I think if you're filming like a documentary or something similar based, or there's a reason, perhaps that homeless man always does good deeds for other people, and you're filming it. If you catch my drift, then that's okay. But yeah, it's not hard to spot the fakers.
I see your point though, and you will get shit on Facebook or whatever saying, "Oh, you only did that for."
Well, I did.
But okay, yeah. But
Of two people.
Wait, I don't know. I understand. I see both sides of that.
Yeah.
Because I had a situation once. There's a local park to me just around the corner, and my son and nephew were playing football in like the big cage that's there, and there was loads and loads of rubbish on the field where like they put the outside playgrounds, didn't they?
Yes, and, that's it.
They started collecting all the rubbish. I don't know why there was excess rubbish there, but they come back to the house and said, "Oh, we got any black bags?" And they went and filled up about 7 or 8 black bags of rubbish from this playfield and the playground.
Bloody hell!
And I didn't take any pictures, but then my niece went over there with my daughter, and I think they took some photos of them like putting stuff in the rubbish in the bags, and they sent them to me, and I did put them on Facebook, on social media, just as like a well done to like my son and my nephew for doing it without being told by an adult. This was like 3-4 years ago, so they were like 12, early teens.
As long as it's done in the right context, I think that's the main.
You know, and I thought I was really proud of them for doing that. You know, they did that out of their own reason, off their own back, because they thought we're playing here, and this is a shithole.
Yeah,
I know that they. I don't know. Some people just don't deserve to have the nice surroundings, the nice parks, the nice play areas that we do have for our kids as they're growing up, and just to walk past and chill out, like in the summer and springtime. There is no
United Kingdom anymore. It's just not there.
Shit. There's not even. I mean, I'm embarrassed to be from the fucking UK.
Yeah, big time. Someone said to me,
England. It's fucking not England anymore.
Yeah, but you're saying about England. It's not England anymore. I'm not. In fact, I'm keeping my comment to myself on that one.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, Scotland's the same. Someone said to me, "Oh, you're British." No, I said, even as far back as I can remember, being
I'm English.
Scottish is one of the worst things in the
Oh.
planet. I hate it. I love being
Oh.
Scottish. I love Scotland, but I feel like somebody's having a practical joke on me when they put me into this life. Do you know what I mean? Because the Scottish, we get slagged off by the English, the Irish, the Welsh, everybody, right? But then everybody loves their accent. It's weird. And then the UK, or England, I should say,
Yeah.
England want us to be British when we do good. When we do shit, we're
You're
Scottish. Like Andy Murray, know what I mean? No, he's Scottish, not British.
Fuck off.
So someone said to me in a nutshell, someone said, "Are you British, or how do you class yourself?" I said, "Well, as I've always done, a Shetlander. I'm Scottish. I'm always Scottish. I'm never British."
Yeah, I think the two places that I'd like to live, if I didn't live where I am because of my job and my family and kids and that, would be Edinburgh or Wales, somewhere in Wales. Because I've been Wales many times. I fucking love the scenery. I know they hate the English.
Edinburgh's expensive, mind.
Edinburgh's fucking gorgeous.
It is though.
Any time of the year, it's fucking lovely. It's so clean, so friendly.
Right. There's another thing. You talking about rubbish, right? You said about going around and picking up that rubbish. Do you know in Scotland, in Shetland, in fact, this touched on a number of subjects that we've been talking about tonight. But once a year, you might be saying, well, why once a year? What use is that? They do it all year round, but they make one day per year where everybody does it. And what they do is schools are off for the day, high schools are off for the day. You get half day at work with some employers and stuff like that. And this is just Shetland. And what they do is they go around the coastland as safe as possible, obviously, from cliffs and different things, and pick up every like lemons. Fucking hell, Mickey.
It's a good game, that. I used to love playing at my Master System.
All I can picture is a load of Shetlanders going.
You to build the bridge barn.
No. But
oh dear.
Dear, the signs we get sidetracked with. But they call it the Vor Red Up. Now it's in their accent, of course. It's called the Vor Red Up. And what they do is they go around with their bags and their fork pincher thingies. Couldn't think what they're called. Grabber thingies, and pick up all the cans and all the glass bottles and everything that would harm the wildlife. Because since the Brer disaster in the 90s, when Prince Charles came up and all that oil went everywhere, you'll never walk a street in Shetland and see any dog shit, any rubbish or anything like that.
Was there no dogs there?
No, we eat them all. No, that was a joke. That was a joke. Joke.
Not in China, eh? Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. No, it's clean, man. It's clean.
That's nice. It's nice. But then, do you know why that is? Because
we care.
People in Shetland are from Shetland. Not being horrible to anybody. People in England are not fucking English. They're from every other fucking country in the world that has an issue.
Yes.
Now, I'm not getting onto immigration, but there's people that come here won't care about certain things in England that people from England in the local area will care about. Same as if we go abroad to their country, we don't give a fuck about their little national treasure stuff that they do, and we don't give a fuck. Whereas they would.
Yeah, and they do that across, like for instance, just a couple of days ago, there was what whale was it now? Orca whale, black and white one, killer whale.
A whale? I thought you said a whale. Sorry.
No, a whale.
Can't understand what the fuck
got saying. Stuck. And it didn't get stuck on the beach or anything. It just got stuck in shallow water. So the water was like coming around it, but it just couldn't get in or out. So all the local people went down and sort of got that whale back out into the ocean and fucking got it away safely. So it was still living. I've seen this happen numerous times. People muck in. there was a car accident up there one year that we witnessed as a family, and we got out to help them. And before we know it, the whole road is blocked up with people that want to help. It's just how it is.
That's
A
nice.
missing woman went missing 2 weeks ago, and the whole town just went out looking. When my granny's house blew up, the local community put £6,000 into a Just Giving page for my family up there to rebuild things. You know, that's the community that we live in. But what they touch on, it's a new thing that they're doing now up there. That I think I put a post up on Facebook the other day saying, why don't people down here do this? Now, if you're watching this, here's an idea for you. In times of crisis, we talked about food tonight, we talked about our bills, we talked about all that. What about public halls? So usually every town will have one. There's a public hall.
Hole?
Hall.
Hole in the ground?
Hall.
A
No,
hall?
a hall.
As in like town hall? Town hall?
Town hall. A town
Like a
hall,
hall.
mate.
Fucking hell.
Town hall.
A hole? Or
A
or
hall.
a hall? Or wall? Fucking hell. Yeah,
But
right.
the-
A hall, yeah. Hall.
What we need,
Yeah.
what he said, right? Every town has got a O,
Hall.
right? And what they do there is the government can provide the electricity, the government can provide the heating. They'll also chuck in some food, because up in Shetland, what they've done is for all the people that can't afford Christmas and stuff. It's for everybody, but it's aimed at the people that are struggling at Christmas time. Presents for the kids. They're only small presents and treats and stuff. They're laying on Christmas dinners. All that free of charge. No charge whatsoever. Go on my Facebook profile. You'll see one of the ones that I shared, and have a look at it and follow it and read it. It's mental. They're putting on things that you can go there and you can get like tins of deodorant. You can get toilet roll. You can get
a bit like food banks.
Yeah, but there's no paying for nothing.
No,
Like-
you don't. I don't. Yeah, I suppose.
No,
food
I know,
banks,
but-
you have to get notes from doctor, don't you? For that?
Yeah, but you don't need. This is different, because they're saying that yes, there is food banks up there and stuff like that, and obviously they're not getting hit as hard as what they are down here because it's a smaller community. But up there, they're cooking full-on meals, like roast dinners every day of the week. This isn't just Christmas Day. This is now, today, tonight.
Oh wow.
They're cooking, and the local women, the fish women, are going up there and cooking, and it's unbelievable. And why this is not happening around the UK? Why isn't the government putting electricity into their bloody town halls and giving it to the local people?
'Cause it's
Exactly.
money. It's money. That's what it is. If they got to spend money, they ain't doing it.
Listen, I'm sure if you said to people, here's an empty hall, we're not providing the food, we're not providing entertainment, bring your own shit and use the hall and have it
Yes.
controlled and monitored, we'd be happy with that. That's at least
Yeah.
halfway there.
You get local towns, local villages. They do that.
Yeah.
They would.
But let's
They would get
not-
together.
Let's not just local. People. Sorry, I'm passionate, but if you can't obviously put the stuff off in a hall or that, put a little package up and go give it to Doris. In a nutshell, go give it to Doris.
I used to do that. You know, I used to
Good
make
man.
little hampers for my local old people. Many years ago, yeah, and we used to make these up. We'd put like tins in there, fresh bread,
Yeah.
things like that, and we'd make not a lot, maybe £5 worth of that, and we'd go put them in a bag or whatever, and then just drop them off or knock on door for the local old people, especially in like winter time, Christmas time. We used to do that many years ago.
See, I remember doing it for the Gulf War as well. Do you remember that? Because we're about the same age.
92, that was.
Yeah, and do you mind being at school and the trucks
Yeah, I
coming
was
into
at
the school?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, there's a big army truck. I was like, yay. But yeah, we did the same thing. It was back then, it was like taking whatever tin food and stuff like that
Yeah,
you could
normally
bring in.
tins, isn't it? Because it lasts
But-
longer.
Here's the thing, and again, it's kind of like shock therapy, shock treatment. You know, I'm not beating about the bush because it means so much to me, and it's like, why do we need to be wearing a uniform? Why do we need to be going to war? Why do we need to be in a proper dire situation before anybody gives a shit? Why can't you just ask your mate like you did? Are you all right, man? What's happening? You know,
No.
no matter the subject that we touch on, every time it goes full circle, it'll always come back to that. Why can't we just communicate?
Don't know. Laziness.
Yeah,
Assuming everybody's okay. People are okay. Oh, they're all right. I'm sure they're all right. But you don't know. You know.
Well, it's I'll get. I'm not going to, because it's just so fresh. I'm not going to speak about the reasons as to why. Sadly, Chris took his own life. My best mate Michael Brewer lost his brother Chris Brewer just the other week there. But I'll speak about one from my past. There's another one where I was working with this guy in a factory, and we used to call him Bin Laden because he was a biker. But he had this long hair, long beard. It was just how it is.
From
We called him.
Afghanistan as well.
No, he was a Scottish guy. You know,
fuck.
proper pasty white skin, a lot, like, you know.
Bin Laden. Fuck
So we called him Bin Laden. I feel we need to move past that joke pretty quickly.
There's no joke. It's just funny.
Yeah. So Bin Laden came into work as always every day, and every time he'd come up, he'd tell me how he was getting on and what he was planning for the next couple of weeks. And he said to me he was looking forward to going away. I said, "Oh, what's happening?" He says, "Oh, I'm going away Friday." He said, "I won't be at work on Friday." So I'm going away on the boat. I'm going down to the mainland. I'm going to go and visit my kids. I said, "Oh, why are your kids down the mainland?" "Oh, you know, we've just split up. You know, she's gone off to the mothers, took the kids. She's let me see them. It's been ages. I'm dead chuffed, you know." I said, "All right, okay. Hopefully I'm going to come back with him." "All right, okay." Off he went. And he came back on the Tuesday morning. I seen him. I said, "You all right?" He shook his head and busied about his work. That man, when he finished work that night, he didn't even get changed. He put his jacket on, walked out the factory, walked about 5 miles to the local cliffs, straight off.
Wow.
A couple of days later, when everything settled down and I was asked around to find out what's gone on and what's happened, he's gone away. She wanted him. The only reason that she allowed him to come down the road to see his kids was so she could see, he could sit down with her current partner, her new partner, and introduce this new partner into that situation to his face rather than tell him over a phone call or a video. For whatever reason, she thought this would be a brilliant idea, and that he was never getting to see his kids again. So that was that. I thought I was a bit harsh, and so he's obviously come back and couldn't take it. So
there's nothing that I fucking hate more than a woman that uses her kids and the man's kids as a weapon against them. I think women that do that should go prison. I'm very fucking passionate about that. The dad's kids. If you're a shit dad, fair enough. You're a druggie, you beat your wife, your kids, whatever, fuck off. If you're a good dad, and you've only not with that woman because you split up.
Yeah.
See your fucking kids. I'm
the truth behind it. That. The truth behind that situation. Anybody who knows me and will know who he is, and know that I'm speaking facts. She actually cheated on him.
Right.
They tried to make it work. Then she said, "Fuck that." Took the kids, gone south, met a new guy, and then thought, "I know what we'll do to be dicks. We'll get him to travel the hundreds of miles down to where they were, to tell him to his face, here's my new partner, and see those kids there. Make the most of it, because that's the last time you're going to get to see them." That is murder, because that guy's gone off. He's taken his own life, and he would never have done that if that woman. But then
that's manslaughter.
There's men that do the same thing too.
She should be done for manslaughter there, and I hope his fucking kids know that their mother forced that situation. How old were the kids? Do you know?
They'd be about 18, 19.
How long ago was this?
You'd be looking at about 14, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. So they're like 4 or 5. They don't really know much.
No, but it's besides the point, though, isn't it?
No, I know. But if they were a bit older, they'd be like, "Hey, why can't I see Dad?" You know. That's all. That she should be in fucking prison, man. Now,
yeah, there's rights.
I don't wish death on anybody, but people like that, if death happened to them, then well done, God. That's all I can say.
Karma's a bitch.
And then it fucks you in the ass.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
No, but no, I don't. But I
You've
know what you're
pissed me off
saying.
now. You fucking wound me up about that. I fucking hate that.
That's the thing.
Seriously hate that. Same as
That's the
men
thing.
stop
A lot of
the
people.
mum seeing the kids as well.
Listen, that's happening all too often. I'm not saying it was the same situation with Chris, but you weren't too much dissimilar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't really go into a great deal of detail with that. But,
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But
personal stuff.
You're not looking at a much different situation. And that's serious. I'm not saying that to wind you up. It is fucking bollocks. And the thing is where were anybody to say, you know what I mean, or poor Chris or poor Bin Laden or any of this. Do you know what I mean? Nobody gives a shit, man. Don't give me this pretentious bullshit that if you're watching, you're going, oh, do you know what? I'd do this, I'd do that. No, you fucking won't, because if you did, you'd have done it. Don't like what I'm saying? Unlucky. But it is facts.
I know 4 people that have taken their exes to court, close friends of mine, taken their exes to court to get access to their children, and spent thousands of pounds that they haven't got. Why the fuck should they do that? Why is it automatically, oh, the mother will take the kid?
Yeah, so that's true. That is true.
It came out of the mum. I understand that. There's a better bond, but a lot of the time the kids don't even like the mum.
So, yeah, my cousin and his wife or ex-wife, when they were together, he was lazy. He liked the old smoke of the wacky backy. But he wasn't a bad guy, you know. He is what he is, you know. He was just that generation. Like listening to Bob Marley and all that. But she, on the other hand, she would be drinking absinthe. She'd be out there drinking aftershock. She'd be out there smashing all sorts of Lambrini, you know, away with whatever guy she wanted. And me and my cousin, I was sort of lodging with him at the time. Me and my cousin babysitted the kids, or I did, if they both went out. But the ironic thing is now, the government said that she should have the kids, so she took the kids. He sat wallowing in his own shit because of how he's feeling and you know, dealing with the situation. And she's away, gone down to Wales. The kids are now growing up. Some of them into drugs, some of them knobheads, some of them decent. She looks like a fucking Skeletor's ex-girlfriend, you know. She's like proper. She was actually, believe it or not, she was on the Jeremy Kyle show. Her and her current partner, was current partner at the time, Tom. They went on for taking amphetamines and stuff like that. And it's how, this is the government saying that the kids should stay with the mum. In that particular situation, definitely not a wise idea.
So I don't really sometimes I just get so angry about situations. I can't really comment because I'll get in trouble.
That's what I'm trying not to do. But I will say that obviously this past few weeks, and not to make it about myself, but so that I can, when people watching know that we're not just doing what we've been contradicting ourselves and saying that we're doing it for views or whatever. I went to these funerals and it has fucked my head up. I've not in the sense of where I'm going to do anything silly to myself or anything like that. I just can't be bothered. And frankly, I look at, and that is, I didn't realise at the time, that was actually my depression taking over, was when I started to think like that. But I look at the likes of the current paranormal world, the current things that are going on in the fields that I love, the stuff that I love doing, and it's a fucking joke. Bar the exception of half a dozen different situations that are teams or individuals who are working hard, plodding on, doing their own thing at their own pace, and always have done. Apart from them, it's just the same old shit. Am I proud to be part of that? No.
Again, something I'm not going to comment on.
No, but it needs said, Mickey, because at the end of the day, it's people that are sitting there that are take somebody from like myself, for example. I've been around since day dot. I've been here since the beginning of time. You know, I've just been around a long, long time. Everybody knows me, not because I'm hugely famous or anything, but just because people know who I am. But people that I know that run certain groups and certain setups, now I'm choosing my words carefully, and different things, are bastards. They would love nothing more than to see the likes of you, me, and Joe Blogs suffer. Why
Good
do people
fucking
think?
luck.
Why do people think like this, though?
Because jealousy, envy, the green-eyed monster. I don't know. I don't think ill of anybody in the paranormal that wants to do stuff. If you're faking shit, then you're a cunt. But if you're not, or especially if you're putting out there as real, because people know when it's fake. But I'm happy for people to go out filming every day, go out weekends, do your events, doing that. I ain't got a problem with that. I'm not getting jealous. So why should other people? I really don't understand it.
It's
Maybe because
madness.
you've been in it too long. I don't know.
The thing is I was always told that keep your head down, work hard, and give it your all, right? And opportunities will come. I was also told that anytime an opportunity comes, grab it with both hands, run with it. Who cares if you trip and fall? Up you get, on to the next one.
Learn from it. You learn from
Trip
your
and
fuck
fall.
ups, your mistakes.
Exactly.
So you have to do them to learn about life
And
experiences.
if anybody out there is one of those people and is jealous about what I do, maybe because I've been on different shows or met different celebrities, and that, so what? That could have been you. That could have been, well, it has been Mickey. It could be anybody. Do you know what I mean? But what I can assure you, people, stop trying to make yourselves look like TV shows. Stop trying to make yourselves sound like TV shows, or whatever the case may be. Stop what you're doing. Go right back to basics and start from scratch and be you.
That's what I'm doing at the moment.
When people are watching you, well, that's
I'm
it.
taking
I
my
mean,
kids out quite often at the moment. Go hunting with my kids.
well, we
They're
did a
like
thing recently, didn't we? We went to Halloween. I've got really odd, dodgy hair. We went to Halloween. We went to Dr. Fright's, and then we spoke about that idea, didn't we? We said, well, maybe we'll take the kids out.
Yeah, I think, why not start them young? I mean, they're 18 and 16, but I was taking my eldest son out when he was 13 because he wanted to experience it. I took him to a graveyard, scared the shit out of him, but he did well. He did spirit box, EVPs, the lot, And then the following Halloween, I took all three of my kids out and had an absolute banger of a video because we got so much activity in another cemetery, and it was fucking awesome.
And that's how it should be.
And there's nothing prouder for myself than watching the look on my kids' faces when activity is happening and they cannot understand or explain why the fuck it's happening. And I think that's amazing. And it's like, welcome to my world. This is what I do.
And it's got to start somewhere. We need another generation because there's not many youngsters kicking around that are, I mean, there's people that will watch ghost shows and that, but are we... I reckon once our generation is starting to go, you're going to start seeing the numbers dwindle unless there's another resurgence.
No, there will be, because they'll get all these teams together. Oh, let's try and make a TV show, and they'll try and do that. And that's where they will come from. And they don't last long, and they disappear again. That's why a lot of teams nowadays are only around for like a year or 2 years, and then they disappear. They get bored. The people leave the group. They run out
because it's not what they think it is.
You're not going to get rich off being... Not on TV. You're not
Rich is fucking 3 TV shows later in royalty's fucking living room and bedroom, and now I'm sat here with no fucking Christmas tree.
Exactly, that just proves my point. It's a hobby. If you get lucky and get on telly, if that's what you want to do, then enjoy it.
That's it. I mean, it's all about being real and keeping it real. It's shit. I mean, it's shit. I know there's people watching this that they'll be struggling. People that's not got a Christmas dinner, away from their kids, away from their family, like the story I told of Bin Laden or anything like that. But what you need to do is, even if you're interacting with our comments on this video, just say hello to Mickey. Just say hello to me even. I'll keep an eye on it.
Or
And if I
Niall.
see a comment, it says, hello, Ryan. I'll be like, what? I'll do what I do to the wife. I'll go, what? No, honestly, in all seriousness, I'll drop you a comment back. And if, just don't suffer alone, man.
No, it's not good. It's not the best to do that. Like I said, it only takes a phone call. £3 coffee somewhere. Go around someone's house. Invite your neighbour round if you think, I've not seen them for a while and they look like they're struggling, they're on their own. Especially this time of year. There's so much pressure on men. I'm talking about men this time. Obviously women do suffer as well, but that's for another show. The men this time of year, there's so much pressure. They have to provide for the family and keep their mouth shut. They have to go out shopping and provide. I would say it's more stressful for the man because he's expected to get on with it and to shut up.
Yeah.
I believe. The woman, yes, she's always struggling. She's got the kids. She's got work. She's got to cook the dinner, blah, blah, blah. Well, there are men that do housework, that do the dinner. They do the shopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was one of them. I was a housewife. I did all the woman's jobs, as it were. I can do them very well, and I enjoyed doing them. So, there's a lot of men out there that do the woman role and the dad role. And same with women, they do men's roles as well.
Yeah.
But
some women do a fantastic job at doing both jobs.
Exactly.
So we're not taking anything away from the women at all. It's just
single mums are awesome. They're
like
mum and dad. And it's the same with the men as well. On the rare occasion that dad lives with the kids, and just the kids,
and the dads and the mums and all that malarkey.
We're not getting onto that level.
So what else we got? We got the dad mums, the mum dads,
the dad, the mums,
the mums.
Yeah. And the stuff that I can't put on here because it'll get cut out anyway.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying no more on that.
No, my. So
but
that's so. Yeah.
It is. We need to speak up more. I don't think physically is a human being, and it's not again for sympathy, but it's. I don't think I can take seeing many more people I know having to go and bury them or cremate them or whatever the case may be. I just can't. I don't know as if I can deal with much more of that. But for our spooky side of things, I'm going to tell you something really, really, really quick. I was at Chris's funeral, and I got the coffin set up ready behind the curtain and all that for the cremation. And we're all sitting and the thing, music playing and different things. And behind us, there was like maybe a little walkway and then the wall. So there was nobody could come behind us, if that makes sense, because, you need to come in from the side. Anyway, I'm sitting next to the wife, and we both looked at each other exactly the same time as we felt a shudder go from our heads all the way through our body. It was so cold, it was ridiculous. It made us jump like that because we both looked at each other. And at the second, I turned around and went, all right, Chris, thank you. We're just gone completely. And even my missus turned around and said, bloody hell, that just disappeared instantly as quick as it came. I said, yeah, because I said, thank you, Chris. Now, was that Chris coming to say thanks for coming along, or, who knows? But it was a spooky...
Do you think the spirit of the person that's died is at their own funeral?
I will be.
If you're allowed.
I will be, pal.
To see he turns up, yeah? That bastard didn't come. Go to his house. Scary.
I'm going to have a video on a wall, video link, right? But this is not going to be a normal video link with, and you heard this here first, folks. It's not going to be a normal video link with all pictures and all that in my life. It's going to be me, video recorded, sitting there, talking to every one of you guys that are sitting at my own funeral. Absolutely, am I getting the last word in? Absolutely. I'll do my own eulogy.
Fair play.
But that's just because I'm a cock.
And on that note, I think it's time to end the Christmas podcast.
'Tis season to be
To be not
jolly. La la la
jolly.
la la. Yes. No, guys, comment if you need any help or anything like that. Any numbers or anything for any like Samaritans or anything
We
like that.
might know some people in your area. We
Yeah,
can
exactly.
reach out to them. Some friends. We might have the same friends. You never know. We can chat.
And if you've got me on social media or anything like that, drop me a message. If you need any sort of help, then I'll make those calls for you if I have to.
How do people find you on social media, Ryan?
Oh, me.
Give them
You
your
put
stuff.
Big Scottish Haggis or Wee Jock. No, Joe. Just go onto Facebook and it's pretty straightforward. I'll comment on this video on YouTube so you can see me there. Follow me on YouTube. My Facebook is Ryan Griffiths Psychic Medium. I'm a psychic medium, in case you didn't know. And on TikTok, I'm the Viking 2.0. The Viking 2.0. That's where you need to find me. TikTok, go there. Yeah. That's pretty much it at the minute. I mean, I've got loads of stuff coming up on Facebook. We're going to be doing loads of psychic stuff with this guy I know called Michael.
The People's Mediums. Is that what it is?
Yes, that's well.
It's called?
We went. Oh, let's get this. I could give you a little controversial thing here, and I forgot.
Okay.
So I put the People's Medium up on Facebook, and off it went. Right.
Yeah, I saw that the other week.
I've been called the People's Medium for years. I've always called myself that. Anyhow, we put that up there, the People's Mediums. Within an hour, I get messages on Facebook from Lillian, and I'll make that clear because I've got all the posts to prove it, who started legally threatening us to take it down, so that's why we had to change the name.
Who?
Lillian.
Who the fuck is that?
You know the one that went to, and this is also facts, so I'm not going to get in any trouble, went to East Drive a number of years ago, told everybody there in this mad live famous ghost hunt that it was all genuine stuff that the family had left behind because he'd up and gone. And yet we all know that Bill Bungie put stuff in there.
No.
But she does like loads of lies. She was on Derek Cora's page for a while, and she's like got long black hair like that. She's probably in her 50s, early 60s, got big glasses.
Lillian.
Lillian.
Well, I'm going to have to look her up. I don't want to give her publicity, but, yeah. Oh, so she reckons she's the person's medium, yeah?
She threatened me with lawyers, mate. No joke. She threatened me with lawyers just because I used the name.
So what is the name of your, and what's the bloke you're working with? Name?
Michael.
Michael. That's me. Oh, Miki.
No, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's Michael, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you called now, as in your mediumship?
We just called ourselves the Psychic Brothers.
Oh, that's all right then. I'm sure there'll be some men commenting, that's my name.
Yeah, but the thing is I did a load of research on Google and everything else, and there's nothing to there to suggest that she's the People's Medium, right? There's no like Lillian, the People's Medium, or any of that. That's not how it is. But she's patented the name. She's like she owns the rights to that name.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can't touch it then.
No.
Yeah.
But I thought rather than contacting us and just being nice about it and saying, "Look, lads, you know, change your name, you couple of idiots." But she hates it because every time I do stuff, and I always say, Viking 2.0, aka Ryan Griffiths, the People's Medium, the bad boy, the paranormal. I say it all the time, and I have done for a long time. But she took it upon herself to send me a load of legal jargon.
If you want anything to do with her, by the looks of it, I'm not a doctor, this is not factually correct. You have to pay
An awful lot of money.
Get in contact with this lady. I do feel sorry for people that fall for this shit.
What I will say, though, is be very careful what you say because she's very legally quick.
This is my opinion. And I know nothing, so I'm not a doctor. It's not factually correct. I may be lying, and it's my opinion. So you may be very good at your job. I don't know you. So fair play to you for charging people money. But I can't judge you on that. So it's all good. Keep doing it.
So that's that. So we get shafted on her name, but that's a great project. That we'll be starting probably the new year. I'm in Scotland. You're going to join me, I think, aren't you?
We are going to Jedburgh Jail, I believe.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one we were joining because there's another one. Do you want to come? Oh, I'll speak to you after that. I've got about
Right.
4.
I think I'm off. I'm off when...
We're doing the Jedburgh one, but there's...
When's that, in Feb?
Oh, I haven't got my thingy. It's on my... I'll have to check, but yeah, it's all in my diary.
Yeah. Right.
But I've got East Drive, I've got Jedburgh Jail, I've got Two
wait there.
Castles.
March the 18th. Get the date, yeah. March 18th. Yeah, I'm off that weekend. Yeah, it's my weekend off work, so that'd be good. So...
And then I've got an island trip booked.
You have got an island trip booked with 3 crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried. I might have to bring the mace and the body armour and all that.
Probably. That's just for Mark snoring. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, I bet.
He's terrible. You have to stab him. Literally.
You've not heard me though, have you?
Yeah, he shakes fucking castles.
Is that why all the roofs fell in?
Fucking hell, yeah. So we got a couple of... we've also got something planned that I want to sort out with you.
Okay.
That I spoke to you about. It might get cold though. In January. In old Cannock Chase.
I remember now.
Yeah, I love doing stuff like that. That is what I want to start getting into. So I'm slowly getting bits and bobs for that trip and that occasion. So
It's going to be
all sorted.
a busy year, but I will be focusing a lot more on my mediumship as we head into 2023 and do all that. You know,
Yeah.
I will be doing a lot of my usual stuff, pottering about, doing ghost hunts and different bits and bobs. But to be honest, I need to fall back in love again with it.
Well, what better way than going to all these famous places and with great people like myself?
That's it. Cobra Kai.
Yeah. And if anyone wants a hat, I've got lots of hats available.
Oh, Jesus.
All different colours.
My God. I was looking, because I'm not, that people are probably wondering why I've reverted back to wearing this old Scotland cap. But it's because my hair. I've not had a haircut in a couple of weeks. So I was looking for Mickey's black one because my daughter won a raffle that I did. I'm not going to make no bones about it. She wanted it, so I made sure she won it. And I didn't cheat. I just made sure that my bid was getting higher and higher and higher until she could make sure she won it. And I know I was wrong, but my child would have done it anyway. And it's better that I did it than her run up my bill. But I was trying to look for that so I could shove that on my head to hide my hair. But I reverted back to...
Well, that's all right. When we go camping, I'll bring you a hat.
I need to be a tartan one.
Fuck off. I can't get tartan, man.
How you get a tartan one with a little ghost?
Fucking... No, I can't. I can't get tartan ones. No, it's very difficult. But...
I'll have to get you a tartan one.
Get me a tartan hat.
Yeah. No, we'll ditch the tartan.
No, because my family is Scottish. So...
This isn't far off my family tartan, kind of.
Mine is the McDonald clan, but I didn't realise there's like 3 or 4 different McDonalds. So I don't know which colour my tartan is. Because when I went to Edinburgh last, I had a look and I thought, oh, McDonald, that's what my family's tradition name or whatever. And I thought, okay, there's like 4 different colours. And I don't know which one it is.
So when you go through my family tree, it's Johnson, but it's John's son, not John Stone. But if you look through my family history, it goes back and you end up morphs itself into Johansson, which is like something similar. That's just how I'm saying it, but it's something similar. Anyway, to find that tartan, the Johnson tartan, there's like, I think there's 2 or 3 different variations, and it's trying to find the right one was a nightmare, but we got it sorted.
Yeah, but I'd love to get more into my heritage and things like that. So to find out what it is, that'd be quite good, I think.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you everybody for listening and watching whatever you're doing while this podcast is playing for you. We've had a great time. It's been a very difficult year for myself. Definitely the worst year of my life, personally, and also some of the best year of my life. So it's a bit like love-hate, weird yin and yang with this year. And I'm sure other people have had a fucking terrible year. And let's just hope that you have a nice Christmas with family. Whether you get lots of presents or you get one present or no present, doesn't really matter. But as long as you spend time with people that matter, then I think that is a great way to end the year, and definitely a positive way to start the year of 2023. So, yeah.
Perfect.
That's right.
It's the season of love and kindness.
Yeah.
It's not hard to be kind.
No. Merry Christmas, Niall, you filthy animal, wherever the fuck you are.
He'll be sitting with a big fat cigar. He'll be his feet up on a coffee table. He'll have a scuba flipper on one foot. He'll have a rubber ring on the other arm, and he'll have like some mascara painted down his face. It'd be like a proper, what's it called? He went to the Christmas party, and then disappeared. Nobody's seen him since.
Yeah, no
Where's he
knows
gone?
where he is. It's like, wow.
Where is Niall?
At some point. So yes, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan, for joining me.
No
on
problem.
This very special Christmas episode and mental health episode. Hopefully, some of our words have helped get you guys thinking, and hopefully, you put that into practice.
The hardest thing about all of it is actually talking about it. So we might not have done every single little subject that we would have liked to have, or we would have planned to, or whatever the case may be. It's such a hard subject to talk about. But I hope, like Mickey says, that you guys can take something from it and know where we are if you need any help.
Yeah. So get in touch, people. And thank you so much. And as Niall would say, deuces.
Deuces.
I don't know why he does that.
Don't know. Double deuce.
The Dads, Lads and Kebabs podcast is available to listen and download on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean, and all other podcast platforms.